Hello everyone and welcome back. I'm very happy to see you all here because I could use some help today. Summer is starting and I thought it would be the perfect time to start doing some landscaping to my lakefront home. Not only do I want to make my home more aesthetically beautiful, but I want to make sure that I don't sacrifice the health of the surrounding ecosystem with this project. That's why I invited my dear friend Sage Grouse Gus to help me figure out what I can change that will make my lakefront look good, but also remain a healthy ecosystem. Landscaping changes can have a wide range of effects on the biodiversity of your area, so it's important to ensure that every tiny project you have is going to better your home's natural health.
Hi everyone, thank you Lacy for inviting me to help you understand the importance of keeping your property healthy. My name is Sage Grouse Gus and I work with the North Saskatchewan Watershed Alliance. So your first question must be, what exactly is a watershed? Well, a watershed is a geographical area of land that collects and contributes water to a water body. This means that any runoff, drainage, and seepage stemming from your home will eventually end up in a water body. The majority of Parkland County's land base is located in the North Saskatchewan River's watershed. Watersheds also exist at different scales, nested within each other. For those who live in waterfront homes on Lake Wabamun or Lake Isle, their runoff water flows into these lakes. The watershed for these lakes are within the North Saskatchewan River watershed, so this water will eventually make its way into the North Saskatchewan River, which eventually flows into the Hudson's Bay and the Arctic Ocean. At the NSWA, we work towards ensuring that our watershed doesn't affect the river in a negative way, but we can't control all of what is going on. That's why we need waterfront residents to be aware of appropriate watershed practices. A lot of what residents do can affect the nearby water body, which is something I'm sure you've heard over and over again from Lacy. But landscaping can be one of the most impactful. Let's take a stroll along the North Saskatchewan and I will try to explain.
Thanks for showing me around today, Gus. Where's our first destination?
Well, there was a large home built on the river a few years ago. Let's go take a look and see how the waterfront has changed since they came. Sadly, there are some people who think this is how lake and river shoreline should look. Small lakes and rivers, like here in Parkland County, have different ecosystems than large ocean beaches that you may see when you go on tropical vacations. Trying to alter your shoreline to make it look more like an ocean beach will not only damage it greatly, but you'll lose all of what makes lake and river riparian areas so attractive. While artificial beaches have open space, they don't have the same degree of riparian greenery, healthy wildlife, purified water, ecosystem services, or protection from erosion. Can you see a riparian area here? Or a buffer zone? These two important features have been removed and replaced with this artificial sand beach. Out of the many reasons that artificial sand beaches are a bad management practice, the one that will most impact shoreline property owners is that in just a couple of years, this beach will be degraded away and a large portion of your shoreline will be eroded and lost to the water body. What will be left is a mucky, bare area that would cost thousands of dollars to repair. How about we head to a waterfront home that is more considerate of the nature around it and better equipped to deal with natural processes?
Wow, this is so much better. You can see all of the differences already.
Very true. See how there's a healthy aquatic buffer and riparian buffer? You can also see that a lot of important riparian plants, such as willows and sedges, are tall. This means that their roots must extend deep into the soil, making them stronger and better at holding the shoreline together. Another important feature to notice is that this area looks so much more beautiful than the one that we were just in.
I wholeheartedly agree. I love knowing that the health of the shoreline hasn't been harmed. And if I see correctly, there's even a small sandy beach right over there.
Good eye, Lacy. It isn't all sacrifices when landscaping your home. A small artificial beach, several feet above your high water line, won't be too damaging to the riparian area if the rest of the shoreline is intact, making your home more welcoming as wildlife habitat will make it more beautiful to see. In fact, isn't the reason you bought your home because you wanted to be surrounded by nature? So what's the point in making changes so extensive that your home stops being the natural waterfront you fell in love with?
You're absolutely right, Gus. I can't imagine losing out on all the reasons that I bought my home just to conform to the artificial norm. There are some great landscaping ideas that I can make into projects that will better benefit my area instead of damage it. I could build a wildlife corridor so animals have a safe path through my backyard, plant native trees, build a nest box for local birds, Build a bat shelter for bats that will eat insects and keep my home mosquito-free. There are so many amazing landscaping projects that I can work on this summer, and I'm excited to try all of them.
You listed some great ones, and I'm sure you can think of more. In fact, any landscaping projects that don't affect the health of your aquatic buffer, riparian buffer, shoreline, or waste management systems are great to work on over the spring and summer months. The best way to find out if the project you have in mind will have negative impacts is to contact Parkland County's Environment Team. They can provide advice for setting up projects and may even be able to provide financial support to do the project the right way through the Green Acreages program. Another important thing to remember is that many landscaping or shoreline restoration projects require permits from your municipality.
I'm so excited to bring all of what I learned today back to my waterfront home and start working on some projects that will better protect the ecosystem that surrounds my house. Thank you, Gus, for all of your help.
No problem, Lacy. I'm excited to see what projects you come up with. Remember, sometimes the best way to protect your riparian area that you live in can be to simply leave it alone. Although, if your shoreline has been impacted, remember that the county's Green Acreages program will help you reestablish the area to improve its health.